we are celebrating the Easter, the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ from what? From the dead. From the dead. This is the night where he defeats death. It is the mother of all vigils. The mother of all vigils. It is the greatest and most noble of all solemnities. We have several solemnities in the church, but this of Easter Vigil is the mother of all solemnities. On this holy night, the church keeps watch to celebrate the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. That is why you're here, keeping watch that we can celebrate the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. This night is the climax of the Triduum, which was started by the Mass of the Last Supper. I think you remember very well that from that Mass of the Last Supper, you did not receive the last blessing. You did not receive it. Because from the Mass of the Lord's Supper, that Mass up to today is a long celebration that will be concluded today by the solemn blessing. So it has been a long Triduum, and today we are going to conclude it. It is always celebrated at night after the natural light from the sun is not there. And this is the most important part of it, that it has to be celebrated at night when the natural light is not there. And that is why we are gathered before the fire. This is the fire that symbolizes the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ. The light that dispels the darkness. The light that shows a sign that something new has come in. My dear brothers and sisters, we are also gathered around this fire to symbolize that the warmth of this fire and the light of this fire is drawing us together. Together. That is why we are gathered in this place this night. There are four major parts that we are going to celebrate this evening. And the first one is the liturgy of the light. The liturgy of the light. And this liturgy of the light, in other words, it's called the Lucenarium. Let us repeat that. Say Lucenarium. Or if you want, if that is so long, you can call it the Lucen. The Lucen. The main celebrant is going to come here soon, and this fire will be blessed. And after blessing the fire, the priest will also bless the Paschal candle. The Paschal candle. Those are two symbols that symbolizes the light that dispels the darkness. That candle, the Paschal candle, has its right, and I request that you be very, very attentive when it will be prepared by our main celebrant. You be very, very clear about that. And then, gathered here, we are going to enter the church in procession. We are going to process in the church, and we will be led by the Paschal candle. This Paschal candle leading us symbolizes also, you remember the people of Israel. They were being led or guided by the light of Christ. And that will be the symbol for us this evening, that this candle is going to guide us into the church. And at some point, the deacon will be carrying the candle, And as we process, he will be singing, and we shall be responding. Ekitangala kya Kristu. How do you respond to that? I've heard someone saying it in Latin. So the deacon, say it again in Latin.
Oh, gracias.
Thanks be to God. But he will do it in Luganda. Ajja kumwerekera how to say it in Luganda. So that will be the first part of our liturgy this evening. When we enter the church and the Paschal candle is placed in its place, the deacon is going to incense the Easter candle, but also the exultate will be sung by someone who is prepared. That will mark the end of the first part of the liturgy this evening. And after there, we are going to enter to the second part of our liturgy, and that is the liturgy of the word. This is the most solemn of all vigils, the most solemn of all the solemnities that we have in the church, and we are going to have many readings. There are going to be seven readings, 5 from the Old Testament and 2 from the New Testament. And all these readings will be having their responsorial psalm and a prayer from the main celebrant at the end of each reading plus its responsorial psalm. The third part of this liturgy of tonight is the liturgy of baptism. We have our catechumens who have been being prepared by the catechists and the priests who will today receive their sacrament of baptism. We will also have the sacrament of confirmation, but also the first Holy Communion. That will be the third part of our liturgy. And the fourth and the last part of our liturgy this night, this most solemn night, will be the liturgy of the Eucharist. The liturgy of the Eucharist is when Christ himself, resurrected from the dead, will feed us by his own body. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I want to welcome you greatly into this most solemn night of all the nights of our church. Without this night, there is no salvation for us. Without this night, there is no hope for us. I hope you all have the candles. You all have the candles? Those candles, we are going to light them under the instructions of our main celebrant, and it will be lit when we get into the church. When the deacon says the second time, Ekitangala kya Kristu, that is when we shall light our candles. The second time. And I think you can see our church, those who have entered, our altar is naked, our altar is bare. But after entering the church and celebrating the liturgy of the word, before the New Testament reading is read, we are going to dress the altar. That means Christ will be amidst us at that very time. So, my dear brothers and sisters, I welcome you into this liturgy of the Most Holy Vigil night. Thank you so much, and please be attentive. Follow everything. Just don't come and go empty. Follow something, take something, and go with it home. Omukama beere nammwe.
Tweyanziza nnyo Father Gideon, ndowooza mwenna mubitegedde. Wangi, mwenna mulina essimu era mwogera mu Luzungu. Mu bufuulaga tugenda kutandika ng'ekyo Mukasa ate bw'anaamaliriza omukulu ajja kuwa kando omukisa Easter. Bw'anaaba akimaliriza bajja kulangirira ettaala eyo nga etutwala paka ku madaala wali, ate ettaala eyo kwe tujja okukoleeza kando zaffe bwe tunaayingira wali munda, abalonde babeetaaga munda. Bwe emmisa eno eri bitundu 4, kino ekisooka kijja kuba kyawanikibwa okuwa ekyoto kino omukisa ate ne kando, ate tuyingira wali munda tufune ekitundu ekiddako eky'amasomo. Amasomo gali 7, ate era amasomo ago ne Zabbuli, ate bwe binaaba biwedde tufune okubatiza abalonde, ate abalonde banaaba bamaliriziddwa tufune ekitundu ekisembayo kutukuza omukama Ukarisitiya yaffe y'entanda y'abatambuze. Bannyabo ne bassebo, mu bufunze omukulu byayogedde mu lutungu olu ne tukola Mukasa malaako, ndowooza ffenna tuli kyekimu. Kambasabe tweteeketeeke tutandike ekitambiro kya mmisa kino.
Nga tutandika ekitambiro kya mmisa waliwo abeesabidde mu ngeri ey'enjawulo. Omukyala Bunjoloozi yeebaza Katonda ekirabo eky'obulamu ky'abawadde awamu n'abantu be. Asabira abasaserodooti bonna abaawano, asabira n'Abakristu bonna ab'ekitundu kino. Omukyala Nansikombi Pauline yeebaza Katonda ekirabo eky'obulamu, asabira abalonde bonna ng'ayita mu Biikira Mariya ne Yuda Taddeewo omutuukirivu, Omukama abanyweze mu Bukristu. Asabira n'ekifo kyaffe. Tusaba abali munda mufulume wabweru okuggyako abalonde bokka basigalewo. Abali munda mu ntebe tubasaba mufulume, abalonde basigalewo.
Kino kye kiro ekisinga ebiro byonna, kye kiro Mukama waffe Yesu Kristo mwe yazuukirira n'atuwa obulamu n'atuwa essuubi erijja. Lwekyo tweteeketeeke bulungi, let us prepare ourselves and follow whatever is going to happen from now until the end of the Mass. Goberera, weetegereze buli kyonna ekigenda okukolebwa mu kiro kino mu mmisa eno. Nyongera okubaaniriza bassebo ne bannyabo era bakadde baffe omukulu agenda otukulemberamu ennyirira essaawa zonna zitutuukako wano, tube nga tutandika ekitambiro kya mmisa. Kando zaffe tubeere nazo, tujja kukoleeza ku kando eri ennene eya Easter, tetugenda kukoleeza ku ndala.
Omukyala Mukasekulu Sharon asabira emyoyo gy'abagenzi nga taata we Gakinya Simon, Omukama amuwe ekiwummulo